No, we don't. You bitch.
Today, well, we already filmed this, and I accidentally cut her out of every single
Because she's rude.
Every single thing. She's rude. Okay, so today we went to the TNT TBS Upfronts, well, Turner Broadcasting Upfronts, and we figured we'd make this video because people keep asking who'd you see, what'd you do, you know, so on and so forth. And so it would be a lot easier just to get it all out on it.
All the open.
And just, you know, cover everything we saw, who we saw. That we got to New York about 8:30, but we were at the wrong entrance. And then this one walks around, and we got to the right entrance sooner or later. And
I'm a genius. Shut up.
And it was right in front of a methadone clinic.
It's great.
Because they all came in the back way. And you don't really realize that's where they're coming in at, because they have the press tent and everything is in the front. And they have some of the street blocked off. But they came in the back way. And they moved the people who were there, like, across the street. You can't, because Alicia wanted to, like, attack some of the celebrities.
I did not. That is
and
such a lie.
They were like,
I could barely talk to them.
They were like, she needs to stand with the meth addicts on the other side.
She's fucking lying.
We kind of missed everybody coming in.
Yeah.
Because they went to the green room and, like, took jackets off, whatever. And then they came out and walked around to the other side. And we saw some people doing that. And it was... that part wasn't too fun. But then after everything was over, you saw everybody coming out, because that was the way everybody came out. And we saw... who came out first?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg was awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
First of all, outside the meth clinic, there were fights happening. And a lot of riffraff. A lot of arguing. It was just out of control. And people were coming up and were like, what's this for? What are you guys running around for? And it wasn't just asking and walking. It was asking and let me butt in front of you.
Let me push you out of the way.
Let me push you out of the way.
And
for people I don't know.
For
people I don't know, and ask you who each one is. Keep moving. But Donnie Wahlberg was super, super nice. He signed somebody's
Rizzoli
Niles DVD with a heart. He put a heart around Angie's face. I thought it was funny. Then second to come out was Sasha. We'll talk about her in a minute, though. Third to come out was Sean Bean. Sean Bean was awesome. That was when there was really some fighting going on.
Yeah, he still
by the meth heads. And he still came over, and he still made sure he signed everybody's thing. Super, super nice. But we saw pretty much everybody. Like, there were some people who waved and whatnot. Courtney Cox didn't acknowledge anybody.
No. She didn't when she was going in. She did when she came out.
Yeah,
she
we saw her go in. That's right. We saw Conan and Andy Richter. And Conan was, when he walked in and when he came out, I was like, Conan! And, like, Andy Richter walks out behind him, and it's dead silence. So I'm like, Andy Richter! Because I always feel bad for people. So then we saw Tony Dennison and G.W. Bailey come out. They didn't acknowledge anybody. And, like, nobody was really calling anybody for major crimes. People were there mostly for Dallas and Rosalina Isles. Mostly Dallas, though, I think. And I think there's another show. I don't know. There was another show that they were there for. It was like the younger shows, put it that way.
Yeah.
And they were really, like not rude, but, like, they didn't give two shits about anybody else who was there. Should we talk about Sasha? Should we save it for the end?
Talk about her. Okay. Since we didn't see her at the other thing.
That's true. So Sasha came out after Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
The nicest. Mind you, all this riff is going on while people are coming over to say, you know, wave.
And they were trying to, like, get her in her car. And she's like, no, I told them I'd go over.
And she pointed, she's like, I told them I would go over. And she came over and she made sure she signed everybody's thing.
Yep, she took pictures.
Took pictures, like,
hugs,
all the way down.
Everyone that had something for her.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we saw Mary.
Oh, when Sasha was out there.
When Sasha was out there. Was it when she was out there?
Yeah, it was when she was signing someone, like, next to you.
I thought she had already walked away.
No, and you were like...
There's Mary.
No, about Sasha.
Oh! Yeah.
She goes, Shosh, because that's what she calls me.
Yeah, Shasha.
For Alicia, Shasha. And Sasha was like, what?
She's looking at me like, who's calling me?
Yeah. I was like,
I
really?
didn't even notice. She noticed that. I
was like, really?
Yeah. It was funny, though.
It was funny.
And then we saw Mary McDonnell come out.
We saw Mary Tripp.
We saw her trip. That poor thing.
Woman.
She was wearing...
Heels higher than what she normally wears.
Higher than what she wears on the show, and we know she takes those off during the show to put her Ugg boots on, so you can only imagine. So she tripped. Yeah. She came out with Noah Wiley.
Yeah.
Her other son.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because we saw Noah Wiley, and
I was
we were like, wouldn't it be fun? Or no, who came out first?
I was like, wouldn't it be funny if like Mary came out, or like if Mary was talking to him, and
to Noah Wiley.
She came out like right after him.
She was talking to him. But we were like waving. Nobody was there for her except like me, her, some other girl. Waving, and she waved back. That was the thing. She waved back. She saw that we were there waiting for her.
Yeah. Like she was like in her car. Oh, she hit her head when she was getting into the car.
She hit her head.
They made her climb like all the way across the car.
Over some other person that was in the car with her.
Yeah.
I think she wanted to do that on purpose, though.
Yeah.
So then after she left, we really didn't give a shit. Oh, Angie came in a Porsche. That's the other thing.
She came in a Porsche. Bitch came in a Porsche wearing 6-inch heels after tearing all the ligaments in her left foot.
All the ligaments in her left foot, and she came in a boot.
Yeah.
And then changed in the green room to heels that were like 5 inches.
Yeah, they were like this.
They were huge heels.
High.
And we're like, why would you do that? Like, what is the purpose of that? I'd much rather, not injure my foot anymore. She couldn't really walk. No. Mary was grabbing onto somebody too when she came out.
Yeah.
Not even.
But Mary
even before
is significantly older. Mary is 21 years older than Angie. But Mary was
We don't
still
like to
walking.
talk about numbers.
No,
okay?
Numbers. Yeah, she's 61, but she acts like she's not. But she doesn't look like she is either. But like, Angie's like struggling. Like Mary was better at it than Angie was, and Angie's like a professional. Like
Angie got a bust. She's a cripple. She's got a crippled foot.
She's crippled. Looked gorgeous though, but she was crippled.
But she was gripping onto somebody, and Mary was gripping onto somebody. That was
only after.
Wait, but even before she tripped, she was gripping onto somebody.
Because her feet was probably killing her.
It was kind of funny. So we saw all of them. We were like, oh, fuck it, we're going. Because there was too much shit going on. Too many fights were going on. So we went to the, where they had the after party. And we waited for a while. And we saw the guy from Franklin and Bash. And I don't know his name. Seth something.
Sorry.
Franklin and Bash.
He kept walking in and out like several times.
We don't know where he was going. So him and then Conan came again. And that was kind of it. And I don't know if they were already there, if they were in the process of getting there. People kind of took their grand old time getting there. Like, I don't know if there was traffic or I don't know what was happening. I was getting nauseous and she was hungry, so we left. And we went
needed to go to the
and
bathroom
ate the
really
food,
bad,
so she had to
I was
be potty.
drinking water and like it was my job.
We came back like an hour later.
Yeah.
That was the best decision we made, I think.
Yeah, because all of the cars were like
they were all getting ready to leave. We're standing there, and who came out first?
Noah Wiley came over.
Yeah, Donnie Wahlberg came back over again. Yeah. And who would you say? Noah Wiley?
Noah Wiley.
He was really nice.
Jesse
Metcalf.
Came over.
So hot.
There's a couple other people.
But, wait a minute. Let's talk about Jesse Metcalf's signature for a second.
It's not. It's like scribbles. It's like Sanskrit.
It's like look, what? This isn't a J. This is like DU. Who is DU?
Yeah.
I was like, if you're going to make it, okay, no fingers, please.
No one can see that.
They saw everything. With Donnie Wahlberg's, too.
Yeah.
You know whose that was. But he was nice. He took pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
Because he's a newbie. And then who else came out? And then Conan came out again, and people went crazy for him. We kept seeing
Tony Dennison came out.
Tony Dennison came out, took pictures with some people.
Yeah, like mostly the press people.
And then it came, like, didn't even come down and do signatures or anything. He just walked over, like, and he was carrying a man purse. I don't know what was in that man purse.
It looked like a laptop bag, though.
I don't know.
It looked like there was
why would you bring a laptop?
I don't know, because he's Tony. Maybe he wanted to watch Crime Story during the upfronts. Yeah, I went there.
We were leaving, and I was like, if I yelled, I'd love to Crime Story, he would have totally came over.
Yeah.
So we saw him, and then...
We saw Angie
again.
Courtney
Poor
Cox.
thing. Well, Courtney Cox, who again ignored everybody.
Yeah.
Poor people. Didn't even wave, didn't kiss my ass, nothing.
Cool points.
Lost a lot of dude who played McSteamy. Oh, he was there too.
Oh, that's who signed. No, he didn't come down to our end.
No, he didn't come down to our end.
But
he was really cute. He's hot.
Yeah.
Even with gray hair. John Tenney was there, but he didn't come over. Rebecca Romaine was there. She didn't come over. Tony Dennison ignored us.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, you took pictures with the people taking your picture, and that was it. Well, him and GW got to they were in the same car getting to
the upfronts.
The upfronts. And then he rode in a different car going back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that was about. And Mary came out not too long after Tony did.
Yeah.
And pictures don't do this woman justice. Like, you see pictures, you see video, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. They do not do her justice.
They don't at all.
Like, she is literally one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life.
And, like, naturally beautiful.
Naturally beautiful.
Yeah.
And she was going to just walk to her car. She could walk better now.
That's besides
We're not going
the
to
point.
talk about that. So, she was walking better in her heels. So she walked over. Well, no, she was walking by to her car. She was just going to get in her car. And then she saw us there. Because we were the only ones calling her before. We're like, Mary. And I looked like a fucking weakling puppy. I'm like, Mary.
And I'm just standing there like...
We look pathetic. Put it that way. And she was like, I have to go see them. And she came over, like, right to us.
Yep.
And was like, you know, she signed
like,
our
didn't
stuff.
even, like, look at anyone
Didn't
else.
look at
she
anybody
just
else.
came, like, directly to us.
Pushing a barrier out of the way.
She pushed a barrier out of the way. She went all Raider on that barrier.
She was like, I have to see them.
Yeah.
We were like... the nicest person I've ever met.
Yeah. Nice.
Seriously.
Nice celebrity I've ever met.
Like,
met
Mary was
several.
great in my book before, but she earned so many more cool points.
Yeah.
And we found out she's the same skin color as us.
Not white.
Stupid. Not white. We're completely
Like
alien race of color. She looks like she's like
group.
Ghostly white, but she's not.
She's totally not.
She's not at all. The makeup was
like
on point.
My hand was like next to hers, and it was like the same color.
Same color. Yeah, we were the same skin color.
Yeah, we're freaks. And
not related. It's really
that.
weird.
Yeah, we're not sisters.
We're not sisters. We're not lesbians either.
No.
So, but she smelled really good. In case you were wondering, she's my marker for everybody's thing.
Yeah.
And my marker still smells like her.
Not weird or anything.
Not weird or anything.
She said like how great we were and like thanks.
But
for
we
being
were the.
fans
This was the thing though, like all the press. I mean, they were taking pictures of her where the press was.
Yeah.
But nobody was calling her name.
No.
That was the thing that got me. Like, this is like one of the biggest stars on your network.
Yeah, and like no one was like calling.
Nobody
her
was
name.
calling her name. Nobody. But she recognized us. She came over.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
It was great. I can officially die happy for meeting Mary McDonnell because I didn't think it was going to happen today.
No, because I thought for sure we would have missed them.
Oh, but
with the perfect time.
I'm so happy I got to meet Sasha and Mary today. Like, my life is complete. I could die happy.
Sasha and Mary are the only women that came over. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
The only women that came over.
Because they're so nice.
There was a lot of women there too.
Yeah.
Courtney, I'm just saying, Courtney Cox, you're off my list. You were never on it, but
you're off my list.
But Mary legit got so many. Her hair was on point. The pictures that are in the press releases,
her hair is not red, guys.
It's not red.
It's not auburn. It is brown with like blonde.
Brown.
If it looks red, it's probably like natural red from her dyeing her hair red for years and years, and for being Irish. You know that has something to do with it. But it's not auburn at all.
No, not at all. Her dress was on point. I wasn't crazy about the sleeves, but when you saw the dress in person, it was
so
completely different. It looked so much better in person than it did, I think, in the pictures.
It was more of a cream color in person, too.
Yeah.
It was like reading as like grayish, whitish color and like
weird
pictures.
But it was like it was like white and then, or like a cream, and then the stuff
had
the
like
lace
silver
had
like,
silver in it. And I think that's where the gray came in.
Yeah.
She was wearing
gorgeous dress though.
She was wearing a trench coat. She was showing some leg.
Major leg. Major crimes.
No, major leg.
That was dumb. Smack yourself
3 times.
She was so nice.
She was so nice though. So nice.
Yeah. Can't say that enough.
You really cannot say that enough. I gave her a note because, okay, people, when you guys do this kind of thing, when you stage door or you, I don't know, what would you call that? Stalk
Professionally
people?
stalk.
Professionally stalk. Sounds real healthy. You don't really get a lot of time to talk to these people.
No.
So I advise people, and I've always done it, if there's something you really want to tell somebody,
Like something that could be personal.
something personal, or like, I'm not saying what was in the note I gave Mary, but something that really, you just really needed to tell them, or, you know, whatever, write them a note. It's real simple. Write them a note. And that way, your point will get across, and they'll understand it, and they'll be able to sit down and read it. And I gave it directly to her.
Yep. And what did she do?
She goes, oh, she did her quintessential
Yeah.
Mary face. She's so nice, though.
She was.
And her makeup was on point. But I was saying, though, with the pictures, like, I don't know, her eyes look kind of weird. I don't know. In the pictures, her eyes look weird. In person, green is being could get.
Yeah, like emerald.
Emerald green. They look like emeralds.
So sweet.
The sweetest
person I've ever met.
She gained so, like, she was already up there, and she went above and beyond.
Yeah. I'm still laughing over the barricade.
The
thing.
barricade, yeah, exactly.
Still laughing over that. It was great. Best
We
day
had
ever.
a great time. I mean, except for the riffraff and the methadone clinic.
Which is just hilarious.
And it was kind of chilly there.
It was
chilly
chilly.
and rainy. And
It wasn't the greatest weather.
It wasn't the greatest weather, yes. Other than that, we had an awesome time.
It was awesome.
It was really awesome.
We'll never forget this.
We will never forget this day for the rest of our lives. So, okay.
All
So,
right.
bye.
Bye.